Hey everyone, it is Char from Char's Fashion Nation, and today we have a display of other fabrics that I will be using. I took a shower, thank goodness, because it's been just muggy. Okay, so let me put these ones aside and start with this one. This fabric right here is from Fabric Mart. I love you guys. Next month I have to order some more fabric from you because girl will be running out. I seriously am. So this is a really nice, this was one of my mystery fabrics, I believe. And this one is a nice cotton. It's a very light cotton. You know what, Viv? I guess this isn't sheer after all. I thought this was going to be a sheer fabric. And then I look at it against my arm. I mean, if you look at it against the light, of course it's sheer. Put it on your body. Sheer isn't. And that's why I do this little test with my hand, is when you go like this, and if you can't see your skin through this fabric, that's one way to test it. Now, if you're like me and you wear a tank top under a shirt like I do, a tank top under a tank top, and you go like this, now remember, you're paying attention here, not what's over here with the light shining through it, although that can tell you how sheer it is as well. But if you put it against you, okay, you're going to see how not sheer it is. So out of this, Viv from Vivmom Sews suggested that I make a pull-on skirt out of this cute fabric. So on the pole, that's what's going to be made out of this. That's going to be cute. Okay, I have a couple of fabrics here that I got and haven't used yet that I ended up getting from the Hobby Lobby a year ago, and I think I just need to use this up. I really do. This is a lovely fabric. I have 4 yards of it. I think they learned at the Hobby Lobby that if I had bought a fabric, it's going to be 4 yards. They were on sale. These fabrics were $2 a yard. I got 4 yards of each. That's really not a bad bargain. Do they match? Yes, but weird. This one has a scallop pattern in it. And I mean, it's beautiful. Really is. You can make shirts out of this. You can make pants or a dress out of this. Now we're coming into fall, even though it's still summer. But we will be coming into fall here soon, and I would say that these would be more my fall fabrics. This is still a summer fabric. Get the strange threadings off of there. If we all get that. Anyway, I pulled this from my fabric drawer. I think you guys have seen that in some of my other videos. Now, I have these 2 fabrics right here. Move this one. This one will be cut into a skirt. So we know, thank you, Viv. She'll be right here. And I took my shower. These are my Sunsetty Soaps and Candles, which you guys know I have a list for you right here. And we have Mark in the background still. Until I mail him to himself. So yesterday I was trying to do video and get Kind Master to work. But you guys know I have some technical issues, but I tell you what, I still got him in the background. That's how that goes. So and he even said I could use his image in the background. Obviously his image is always in the background until I mail him. So I've showed you guys this lovely fabric that I got for 10 yards from Fabric Mart. This is the ruby pink medium turquoise blue, or aqua white. 100% polyester, colorful floss. Price $1 a yard from Fabric Mart. I bought 10 yards of the shoe. What you can do with 10 yards? Trust me, I got it. There's a thing for that. And then I remembered I also got this beautiful fabric from Fabric Mart. Oh my God, isn't that beautiful? And it matches the bright green, yellow lime tone in this fabric. So that's gonna work. So what I'm gonna do from this fabric is I'm going to make a really, you see that stretch? It has that four-way stretch in it. I got a hair in my, you ever get the hair that's like, boink, right in your eye. So I'm going to take this lovely, I love how they have this here so you also know how to wash. Oh, this was $2.10 a yard. No joke, $2.10 a yard. I got 4 yards of this because that's all they had left. And, yes, this is a blend. And even though it says 100% polyester matte knit, it's a polyester knit, but you know what? This has that good stretch to it. I really love how this stretches. Shirt. A good shirt out of this. And it's so very silky. I love that. Something silky against the skin. Oh, let's not go there. Okay. Gotta make Friday funny. So, yes, this will go together. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to remove this from the table. You guys know I pulled this from the drawer, along with the red fabric and that tan fabric. Also, something I have promised, and I'm gonna keep my promise, is how to clone your clothes. So I took out a basic t-shirt of mine. Okay, I haven't worn this in a while. I don't know if it's loose or baggy. I love my Death Wish tank top. Dude, I feel like I need more caffeine. And I took out a pair of my jeggings for a reason, because these are my jeggings that are baggy on me. And to prove that, hold on. So apparently, well, I bought these jeggings 2 years ago. They fit, you know, you get bloated, you lose weight. You want something that's comfortable, well fitted, and you can wear it with just about any. I love these. These are a size 16. I'm not afraid of that. I am not a small girl. That's right. In fact, for my age, I think, like, look, I'm 46 years old, and not too many 46-year-olds. You know what I mean? Because if I was the age that was on my not real birth certificate, I would actually be 51. And even if I was 51, the truth came out, I'm actually 46. So, if I was actually 51, I'd be, heck yeah. Because I wouldn't know how many 51-year-olds would be, like, sporting the fit, you know? Yes, I do bloat, and I do have 2 sets of frontal rib cage, which is why I think now I really love to style for myself. You know what I mean? Like, if you have debilitating disorders, or you have a birth defect that I'm gonna keep talking to you guys while I get this up here. You have a birth defect that actually makes your body look larger than it is. Don't be afraid to style for yourself. Do not be afraid to do that. You see how much of this fabric is here? Look how, isn't that a great amount? Like, yes. More than enough to go around me, girl. More than enough. That's kind of cute. Angled like that, that's kind of cute. You know why? Because it holds that in. Yeah. Like I said, it's Friday. We deserve to be a little silly. Yes, we do. Don't take life too darn serious all the time. Sometimes we need some silliness. You know what, Viv? After I make a skirt, I should mail you the rest of this. If you want the rest, girl, you let me know. It's kind of like a sewing collab. I love pre-washing my fabrics, and then after they dry, I put the sticker back on them. And I do that for a purpose. That way, if they're stored for a while, I know the wash to do with these. I mean, look at this. This thing's like a tablecloth right now. I was going to say freaking tablecloth. It is like a freaking tablecloth. But it's funny. And of course, iron your fabric, but I don't always iron it. I let it hang. I pretty much let my fabrics hang. You guys are like, wow, that's so much. It is, but it's well worth the making sure it's correct. Always make sure this is correct in the desired length that you want. And Viv, you said with a black shirt or a black tank top. Girl, I always wear a black tank top. Now look, I turn to the side, this belly pops up and goes down like on a daily. Not afraid to show that. So, let me get this air on here. Let me move this pattern that I've made over here. I do make my own patterns a lot. I don't think making your own pattern is a bad thing. Absolutely. Also, don't forget, I'm going to change up a little bit of my 31 looks of Halloween this year. Do your cosmetics, but you can also bring style into it. So when I go to do my 31 looks of Halloween this year, I'm actually going to include clothing that may go with a cosmetic look. Now tell me that wouldn't be cool. Right? Tell me that would not be cool. Okay, let me see. Do I have this where I want it? Just to cut off an amount, and then I'm going to put the rest aside. I may decide to send the rest of it. Like I said, I'll link her. I do have a person that wants to join me for the 31 looks of Halloween. Now, I have told Mark, you don't have to do the full 31 days. It's true. You do not have to do the full 31. I would love for Anne to join in. Anne, you want to join in? You join in. I would love for that. It would be bewitching good time. Yes, it would. I might do another Bewitched look this year. I don't think I did Endora. No, I haven't. Endora. Oh, I love Endora. The mighty of the witches. Endora. I always liked her. I don't know why. I always found her to be intriguing. So, I don't know. Well, you know what? I do have a lip color called Hocus Pocus. And Dora did wear lip color similar to that. That's what I'm wearing on my lips today. With a little extra colors with it. Now, this kind of fabric, you can just run your scissors straight. Just straight across, or as straight as possible. And you see how easy that is? Just to cut like that. Okay, and then I have like this amount of fabric left. Viv, I'm mailing this to you. I swear I'm mailing this to you, Viv. I'll even leave the fabric mark tag on there for you. Oh, wouldn't that be hilarious? I would love to see what you could do with this, Viv. That's why I think I should mail the rest of this to you. Just put it like this, right? And come on now, I showered before coming in here to touch the fabric. I always wash before I touch fabric. Because your skin oils. Okay, Viv, that's yours. Don't say no either, because it's yours. There's no such thing as no. Unless, of course, somebody bothers you, then, yeah, there's a thing called no. Okay, now you guys, do you see, and this is folded. This is folded. So I still have plenty here. Yes, this is gonna work out fantabulous. So this is the first thing on today's cutting table. Am I gonna use that skirt pattern from Vogue 1671? Yes, I am. That's been my go-to. Just that one piece of it is my go-to. You how many things have you guys seen me take from just that one piece? You get my bottle of water. And there's a soda bottle sitting over here that I haven't touched in a couple of months. I haven't touched it. I have no desire. I have no desire to touch soda. Oh, I've trained my mind that if I drink it, it's not good for my body, which is actually, like, in a way, it's sort of right. But every once in a while, maybe once or twice out of a year, I try to drink a soda. It just doesn't work out. I end up not wanting to finish it. So it's like, I really cut back on that. If you guys have ever wondered about, like, why does my floor get so thready? Well, look what I just did. Running those scissors across. Again. Right? The reason why. It's absolutely the reason why. So, now I'm just going to take this piece. And we're going to see how far around does this go in order to make our skirt. Okay, so we will take both pieces. Darn it, I was hoping not to have to take both pieces of this because I was thinking maybe make it, you know what, I still could make this into a pinafore. That was another thought of mine, is to possibly also make this into a pinafore. But that's okay. I'm not mad at that. Like, there's so much here. There's like so much you can actually do with this fabric. And all of the little ladybugs on there, right? And Viv, you are right. It is still summer. This is a summer, like summer fabric. Use it for yourself. This is a fabric that you can use for an adult or a kid. If you choose to make something for a child out of a fabric like this, remember it is sheer. When you're working with a sheer fabric, when you're making something for a child, you have to remember children, especially little girls, have to be taught proper how to wear something. Like wearing shorts underneath your skirt. I do that. It's a long history of abuse. That's why I wear shorts underneath my skirts and dresses. But you know what? All those years of abuse, I never let it get to me. Never let it get to me like that. Okay, let's try to get all these matched. See, and that's the other thing you're gonna want to do. Get all four corners matched up for you, like that, right? Lay it on your table again, because you kind of need to. Make sense. Now, I set the table up myself this time instead of having my friend do it. He's on one of his down days for his tumor. And remember to show appreciation to military veterans, because some of these military veterans are dying from horrible things. Okay, let me go get that pattern. And my hangnail out of my thumb, because hangnails are not good. They kind of hang on everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to use the Vogue 1671 skirt pattern for this only. Only the skirt. That's right. And we have to make sure we have the right piece here, because it tries to trick you. Like, this is pattern piece for the skirt number 8, right? You'd be like, oh yeah, just use that one. No. 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 Let me find pattern piece number 12. Or 9. 12 or 9 will work out for this. Better than 8. What's this? That's 11. You know, I think when they made this, they forgot to mention that 11 is part of the skirt. No, it's there. It's just a weird front inset. So that goes where? There? I don't know. That's why, like, this pattern is confusing. I don't see why you need so much paper to make a dress. Pattern piece number 12. Yes, this is the skirt piece we're looking for today. Well, I also want to show you, you can just take a pattern piece. Okay, you only really need one. You don't need the whole spiel, oatmeal, to make this skirt. No, you don't. And that's like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me to have all these, like, 8 and 11 doesn't go together, because 7, 8, 9. Passion check. 7, 8, 9. So, oh my goodness. I iron these sometimes off camera, but another thing you can do, if your hands are still warm, your hands should be warm enough. Remember, body heat works for certain things. Okay, that's the back of it, which, yeah, no. Yeah, because we're going to switch that back to the front. And what we're going to do, now generally this pattern is very long on me, and I'm not one to like seriously wear such a long skirt. So what I do sometimes is I will lay it here, okay, and now you see how much fabric we have left over here. Now the pattern is set right here, okay. The other thing you can do, flip this, have the back on that end, and you have the front here, right? Now I'm doing this for a reason, so I can show you guys a trick, a very good sewing trick. Now this pattern is long on me, goes down mid-calf. Also, with what's left out of this, can go for waistbanding and pockets. Yes, that ever so loved thing. Pockets! We all love pockets. When do we not love pockets? I'm going to pull that material up here. So I'm going to cut across. Why? Because I'm going to make this even. That's why. So I'm going to take this even across. Now the stripes obviously for me are going to go lengthwise. As you guys well know, if I do waistbanding, I make that waistbanding go in the opposite direction, which actually gives it some, like a really cute look. Now I'm going to cut straight across, because the rest of this fabric, my friend, gonna come in handy for waistbanding, and the pieces right here we can use for pocket. Absolutely. So let's pull this up here. Now, why is this hangnail back? I swear I just like plucked this hangnail. You ever get that hangnail? Just doesn't want to go away. You know you plucked it, but maybe you didn't get the whole thing. See, me, I actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this a little long. Let's go ahead and do that. A little long, and then we're also going to take it back here just by a couple of inches. Not only for seam allowance, but when you're working with specific fabric, you want to make sure that when you pin this all together, right, and you go to sew this piece, Viv knows I do this for a reason, and you go to sew all this together, you're going to be able to just pull it on. Or if I did a zipper in this at all, it would have to be a side zipper. You have enough material right here for 2 pockets, in which we will cut out next. Now, take this piece off gently. So we have to treat this tissue paper, because that's what it is, very gently, because it has to be folded very gently. Oh, I've seen a lot of people mess up folding these. Like y'all like shipwreck the Crayolas out of your fabric patterns. Like, now I'm just trying to be nice. That's why I said Crayolas. out of your patterns. Like, what are you doing? You can't do that. This is very, like, delicate. Very delicate. Like, some fabrics are very delicate. Yes, I did touch my face. I have an itch on my face. And that's the other thing. Has anybody noticed all the political hoopla of crap that all this stupid COVID's supposed to be over after the election? Because that's what the Dems want. They want it over after the election. Oh my God, because hey, and it's been exposed. They've been exposed. Okay. Now, look at this compared to my waist. Why? Sides go together. Yes, they do. Would if I have used more of this fabric to go underneath this fabric? No, I'm not. Because I will be wearing a pair of blue shorts under this. As I always would. I would be wearing blue shorts under this. So let's put this over here. We're going to cut our pockets now. And since this is all 4 pieces together, we don't have to worry about how we're going to cut the pocket out, because generally this section right here is going to be that pocket piece, which is not in there. So we do have that spare pocket laying around here. My allergies have been like all morning. The cats, I swear, they were being bratty this morning on trying to let me out to feed them. OMG. It was like a small glaring. No joke. It's like a small glaring. Now remember, I have that pocket to use for my fabrics. This is a pocket that I had made. I don't know where the other one went, but that's okay. I've got this one. That is okay. I have this one. And why am I going to lay it right here? Why am I going to? Because I have this right here, right? Which we could use for bias binding. But we can also use that extra fabric right here, the selvage, to go end to end for the fabric when we pin it on here. That way you know where that straight part of your pocket is, right? And it makes sense to me. It really does. So what you would use for bias binding on your selvage, you can also use for the tapered ends to roll under and sew with your dress. Is it a new thing to do? No, not really. That's very old school. Very old school. How did I learn that? You guessed it. The old ladies that I hung around. And when I was a teenager, I was a head custom clothing designer. And having my knowledge from these older ladies really and seriously helped me in custom clothing design. And that's why I said, I don't mind designing for my disability. I don't let that hinder me from doing this part. Although you guys know pretty soon I'm going to have to sit down. But not really that soon. Not since I found a product that really helps with my arthritis. No, this is not a paid sponsorship, but this product right here, Renew 28. I've been using this. It's almost gone. My friend gave it to me, and I'm going to tell you, This has been helping with my arthritis tremendously. Now look, see, you keep this for a reason. Make that pocket. But this is actually a full pocket. It's a real pocket. Hello. And the pocket pieces will go on here. Woo, it's getting hot in here, and I'm not taking off all my clothes. Oh, if I have my feather fan down here. So I'm going to tell you what, my feather fan from 2 years ago at the powwow, that thing is brilliant. I've used it several times. So, yes, we're now going to get this pin together. Finally, right? Finally. And try to get the hangnail out of my darn finger. Like, serious? Turn on the light so I can actually see. I see better in the dark than I do the day. Don't ask, it's a native thing. I'd help police track people in the dark. Don't ask, it's a native thing. Natives are good night trackers, I'll tell you that much. Track your ass in the dark, you never get away. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. I do have that on the wrong side. You have to make sure these are on the correct side. Right? Okay, and then what I do, a lot of people might do this part a little bit different, but what I do is I lay my pocket when I have the correct piece. When you cut like that, that can be kind of like, oh, what just happened here? You take your pocket piece, and this is why I leave that little red band on there. So you're going to tuck that back, with only tucking back a little bit here. Now when these are perfectly lined up and going in vertical directions and different directions, you know that you have that part correct. And I could iron this down, but not with the thin fabric on this table. No, because then I'd have to pull out a towel to do that. Now also remember that when you're working on things, you may sometimes need a towel on your table so that you don't schmelt your table. You don't want to schmelt your table. No, you don't. And because this isn't like a super heavy fabric, it's a lighter fabric, it can be a little tricky to work with. I kept thinking that this was one of my mystery fabrics. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to really look. I just thought that this was adorable fabric. So for Miss Corona, I would have met Viv at Fabric Mart this year. Oh, where's Miss Corona? Miss Corona, where are you? Nowhere. She's supposed to be everywhere in the air. I don't see her. President Trump said it. He said it. He said it. This is just the flu. It's no different than any other flu. He said it. And he said that he got that information from his own doctor. from his own primary. He was told that it's no different than any other flu. So, okay, now, when that's pinned on there, it's going to be pretty much like this. You got to try to make, well, no, you can't really make sure that the little red things, you know, little red ladybugs are in, but you can try as much as possible. So basically, that's the inside. This is what it'll look like on the outside. It just blends in, basically. So I'm going to finish pinning. We'll come back with the second video. I'm going to get my fan more over here because it's seriously sweating. And after I do this skirt, we will move on to another fabric during the weekend and knock out what I have planned for this fabric right here, which was a jogging suit, basically. The pants and the jacket, a full-on jacket, pockets, a hood, this long sleeve, because this right here, can you hear that? That is windbreaker fabric. It really is. This is windbreaker fabric. And then now this one is sheer, and that's why I'm thinking this would be good under it. It would be good under it. I have a lot of it. So anyway, guys, so I can get cooled off, find out what time it is, and I want everybody out there. Oh yeah, another thing I'm doing. My makeup, my eye look, the colors are to match what I'm sewing. So I'm kind of doing that just to kind of like maybe, I don't know, that kind of an added. So I know next week I'm supposed to be expecting my Slay Glam box so that I can do a Slay Glam unboxing next week. And also when I'm finished with this, since I have a look on, I may go ahead and pop on some jewelry when I come back with this finished. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time with this. Absolutely. So far, I'm like, Viv, I love your idea. Remember, I'm posting Viv right up here, her link to her channel. She hasn't been on in a while. She has a health thing going on with her. Girl, I'm missing teeth. It's my epilepsy, but I feel your pain. I had a tooth here that was supposed to be implanted. The whole darn thing came out one year because my epilepsy like broke it loose. And I mean, they drilled, put the screw up in there, let that set for a few minutes, and then pop the tooth in on it. And the whole darn thing came out, so I feel you, girl. I really feel you. You went through the more painful part of it. Mine popped out just from eating oatmeal. Go figure. And I'm terrified of going to the dentist. So anyway, I'm going to get this done. And I will be back for more sewing fun. See you then.